And good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to Race Spec Esports. This is the Pacific Series Tier 1, and we're playing Formula 1 2019 on PlayStation 4. And this is round 6 at Monaco of the Pacific Series. And we're getting our qualifying session underway. And normally, as my name is Disturbo from raceonoz.com, I should say that straight at the start, but normally I'm joined in commentary by my partner in crime, Ben, who is currently away this week, but I am joined by a good friend of ours, Braden. How you going, Braden?
Doing well. I'm happy to partake in this fine example of nepotism we have running here.
It surely is. And we will be commentating today for this one, so yeah, hopefully we do a good job once again for you guys on the live stream. So if there are any dramas with audio or whatnot, please let us know in the comments of the live stream so we can try and fix them as well. I know sometimes we do have a few. We've got a few cars out on track doing their first laps.
Qualifying, of course, very important at Monaco, a track famous for the importance of track position.
Exactly right. Very, very hard to overtake on a track like this. Tight and twisty. Narrow, and there's just walls galore. So
Even with reduced damage on, I wouldn't want to be touching those walls at any point in this race.
Definitely not. It looks like we have a little slight audio glitch here once again where we can't hear the cars, but hopefully that'll fix itself as it seems to do every now and again. But right now we're following Saskas on his first flying lap of the day. Let's see what he can come up with. Down now into the the tightest corner, the slowest corner in the entire F1 circuit. The entire season. Gets around there nicely. Now through the tunnel, the famous Monaco tunnel. Hard onto the brakes to the chicane. Rides the curb, misses the wall. Gets out there nice and close. It's flat out. Hard again on the brakes. Don't do a Verstappen there. Just keep it going.
That might be where the time is found. How close are you willing to get to that wall?
That's very true. And Suskas across the line goes third fastest. Todster right now has the fastest time. Leprovic.
Setting a really high bar with a 1 minute 9.
A fantastic lap there from Todster, the 1 minute 9. Leprovic now finishing his first lap. 6 fastest or 1 minute 12. So already there's quite a disparity in the times.
Monaco favours the bold. It's just a question of who's going to be the boldest in qualifying.
Alright, I'm just going to do a quick pause and see if we can't get our audio back. So currently we do have Todster in provisional pole. Oh, geez, oh! That was, I believe, LJB getting a bit hampered there in his lap. Hitting the wall and losing a part of his bodywork there.
It's Not just a tight track during the race, it's a tight track during qualifying. You don't want anyone in front of you on that hot lap.
That's right. It looks like he's let one of the Haas's through there, as that lap was absolutely compromised. Interesting choice of tyres going out on the hards. Maybe so. I dare say he will be looking for a softer tyre run a bit later in the session. And we have plebs now into the chicanes. The tight hairpins. You must forgive me. I do not know the actual names of these corners. I cannot remember them one little bit. I'm hopeless in that regard. Through the chicane.
More than half the drivers have completed their lap, and Todster still holds a commanding lead.
Holding provisional pole by 3/10, but let's see what plebs can do. Up into the final corner now. This will be close. And he goes 5th fastest, 10.4.
Gordy is closed in quite tight on Todster.
Good lap there by 40, getting very close. James has now gone top of the time sheets with a 19.5. Good lap by James.
You can start to see the drivers are feeling out the track a bit more. They're getting a bit more bold. They're making some riskier moves, and they're starting to cut those times down bit by bit.
Let's follow Fructose now on his lap. Currently 8th fastest.
1.6 in
Oh,
sector
had to have 2 bites of the cherry there. Goes out a little bit wide. Full lock on the steering. Through the tunnel. Flat out. DRS open. Down into the chicane. It's all about using as much curb as you dare without setting off any penalties and unsettling the car as well. Oh, he's actually into the pits, so he's aborted that lap.
Comes Crossy, he's up 0.2 in sector 1.
So Crossy now up 0.2 on his personal best so far.
Up 0.5 now. Coming to sector 3.
So it looks like he's going to definitely improve. How far up can he get? Crossy, 2nd fastest. Now we have LJB back out on the track. He's on his medium tyres now. He's going against the grain because his first run on the hards was ruined. LJB is one usually to use all compounds available to try and find out which is the best. We'll get a good run for practice for the race. Let's see where he ends up now. 11th fastest.
Race up the top's getting a lot tighter. If One Amazing Hour holds provisional pole by less than 100th, just over 100th of a second.
So Amazing Hour onto the provisional pole he goes. Styler now finishing off a lap. And he goes 3rd fastest. So we do have James now on an out lap. So most others are on their in laps or on their out laps. So whilst we're waiting for James to get going on his current run.
One Amazing has responded well to James's lap, but there's still 7 minutes to go, and it's a very tight gap.
There's not much in it. Just a couple of kph extra for a couple of turns.
A couple of millimeters closer to the barrier.
That'll make up that 100th of a second quite easily, but here he goes on his latest lap. Let's ride along with him. Up the hill now. Keep it as straight as possible. Let the car go around, drift out a little bit, but keep it wide for the entry. Hard onto the brakes now, into one of the slowest sections of the track. This car just wants to understeer so much around there, because absolutely zero downforce working at that speed. Through the tunnel now.
Practically kissing the barrier at every possible opportunity.
Hard onto the brakes for the chicane. Using as much curb as he dared. Right out to the fence.
Improved by 0.3 in his sector 2 time.
He's doing well.
Could be on track to take it over.
Oh, he's gone a bit wide, a bit deep into there. It could cost him a little bit.
Will it cost him enough?
But he should still be up. And he's gone fastest with a 1:09.2. Well done, James.
Speaks well to his effort in the first and second sector that third sector mistake meant pretty much nothing.
So Plev's now up in the third spot on a current run. He's looking to improve. Let's see if he can. He's currently half a second down on that provisional pole time. I believe he's not actually, he's probably on an inlet by the looks of it, I'd say, going by that time. Who else have we got? So it looks like we have Andre, I think, has just finished a lap. Banana Josh now currently down the bottom of the field. He seems to be struggling a little bit here at Monaco. Remains 16th fastest.
Track very quiet now, everyone preparing for that last dash to the finish in the last couple of minutes.
So now we have Fructose on his lap. Let's see if he can improve, move up the order any. He's slightly up on his time. Down through the tunnel now. The hard braking sector.
The rest of the field's beginning to make their way out.
He is 4/10 up on his time, so he looks like he will improve.
How much? Every position will count.
Every position does count, especially here at Monaco. Only 2.5 minutes remaining of the session. It's all or nothing. Fructose improves, but stays 12th fastest. LJB back into the pits now. He's gone 8th fastest. Styler now on his latest lap. Screaming up the hill, flat out. Oh, did he hit the wall there? I think he may have.
Pretty rough.
Oh, and a bit of a lock up. He's gone deep there. He's slightly up, but that would have hurt.
Only 0.03 up on his sector 1 time.
He needs to find 6/10 of a second to get anywhere near pole. Currently held by James with that fantastic time of 109.2. This is
Stylen, I think he's aboard his left and looks at 1.8 up. He's sector 2 best.
Yes, it looks like he's.
Take one last stab at it, I think.
Can he get anywhere near it? I don't know. I don't think he hasn't. Obviously, hasn't beat his time. That obviously.
F1 amazing. Cloves and James all out looking at jockey for position on those front 2 rows.
Amazing. Currently a 10th up on his sector 1 time, I should say. On his personal best. So he's looking to move up onto the pole. Through the swimming pool. Nicely got out of the way there. Oh, he's touched the wall.
Potentially drawn his
attention. Oh, there's a lock up and he's gone deep.
Monaco is not a track you can blink on.
How much has that hurt him? We'll see. He's improved by only less than a 10th. He remains 2nd fastest. He won't have enough time, obviously, to get another lap in. So we'll see where that leaves him. So James, I believe, is on a lap, as is Plevs.
So Plevs is up by 0.6 in sector 1.
Let's just follow James now. He seems to be further on the lap.
James slightly behind on his sector 2.
So can he improve on that time he said earlier? Stylen's crossed the line. He's at 3rd fastest. So he's improved. And he doesn't improve. So, down now to Plevs. What can he do? He's been now part of Todster's come out of nowhere. And a 109.2 for 2nd fastest. Oh, geez, that was close against the wall there. Plevs jumped across the curbs. So Plevs is, no, he's got out of it. So there we go. Crossy, can he do anything? Another lock up again. Everyone seems to be lock up. Oh, he's got a bit squirrely. Can anyone else move further up the order? Oh, there, our time has just come in. There's our sound. 7th for Crossy. So there we have it, folks. Todster with the late what's going on?
40 as well.
So there we go. James Todster and 40 even right at the death knell has come in and knocked Amazing Hour down to 4th. He was 2nd fastest at one point. Plevs, so we got James Todster on the front row, 40 and Amazing Hour on the 2nd, followed by Stylen, Plevs, Crossy and Zeppi. LJB, Spilly make up your top 10. Thank you, Amazing Hour. We believe we fixed that issue once again. That's what you get for running 2 different headsets, and they've got 2 different on-off switches. Okay, so fantastic qualifying session there. Of course, James taking another pole position. Which is good. So hopefully James stays on the grid this time. Okay, so they set off for their formation lap here at Monaco. Thankfully we do have our car audio back on track now. I don't know why that does that, but it always seems to disappear during the qualifying. We can't seem to get it back now. So again, of course, last week's race winner was Amazing Hour, of course.
He's got a big challenge ahead of him. Passing at Monaco is no easy feat, and he's got to get 3 of them done.
So can anyone take the challenge to him? Because starting in 4th position, especially at a track like Monaco, isn't exactly the best place to be for him. But we shall see. It's all about the guys in front keeping their cool and driving their own race. Everyone, of course, on the soft tyres, no differential tyre strategies here. Got a couple of the lower runners on different tyres, but we'll see whether that pays any dividends to them. But our top 10, top 11, all on softs. Okay, final cars line up to the grid. We get ready for race start. Lights come on. 5 lights. Oh, lights out, we are racing! And there was a bit of a jump start on the rear of the grid there.
Andre's jumped it slightly too early. Cross is already up 2 spots.
So James retains the lead. Going up the hill. Todster, 40, Amazing Hour.
Banana Josh incredibly jumping up 5 places in the opening seconds of the race.
Banana Josh absolutely brilliant there.
On the other end, Plevs having a nightmare start, down to 14th.
Plebs just seems to be having some shocking starts. This is the, oh, we've got a massive crash there! Oh my goodness. We had a car upside down there. We just caught that. Dear oh dear.
Fortunately, thanks to our advancements with the Halos, F1 cars are now invincible.
It's literally in this game they are. And he manages to keep going, so that's all good. He's not out of the race, so that's all right. So as I was saying, Plevs, just the last 3 weeks now, at the very least 3 or 4 weeks, he's had some shocking starts. Drops way down the order and totally compromises his race. Let's see what he can do here. End of lap 1 now, James.
Cross is in the pits. What's he looking at? Deffy as well.
Yes, so we have a few pit stops. It looks like we have
Possibly some
damage
crossing
or
Deffy, Andre.
or is this
Potentially serving
drive-through?
a penalty?
This could be a penalty. I didn't see anything come up there, but it's very, very possible.
Andre serving as a false start penalty, I imagine.
That's very, very possible. That's possibly how we had Crossy move up the order so quickly. It was through a jump start. That's why he's had to serve a drive-through penalty.
Our top 4 has remained unchanged, but they're not letting each other getting away. Each within less than a second of each other. What's that going to do once DRS turns on? How long can they stay on each other's backs?
Clevs now, he's wanting to get himself back up the order as quickly as possible.
It's some sort of karmic retribution for us talking about it being difficult to change positions at Monaco. It appears half the grid has managed to shuffle in the first 3 laps.
The biggest gainer out of all that seems to be Banana Josh, has gone up 7 positions.
Incredible start, up 5 in the first few corners.
Pleb's now making a move up the outside around the hill, up the hill. Gets the move done, well done on Suskas there.
This is a long road ahead of him.
Very long road, 39 laps this race. Oh, Suskas taking it very tight around the hairpin there. Suskas actually on those hard tyres, so he's looking to run very long in this race. He might be a sitting ducky to start with some of the softer tyre competitors move up on him.
See whether it pays off. Whoa.
Oh, we've got a spinner.
We've lost Banana Josh.
That is Banana Josh, and all that good work that he's done, all for nothing as he goes all the way back down.
That is
second last. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that was just all by himself.
Toddster rolling the fastest lap of the race so far. Banana Josh reminding us that nothing can be taken for granted at Monaco. It can go in an instant.
Seppi into the pits as well. What's he doing there? Does he have a penalty to serve? Looks like no, he's in for the pits, so he's putting on those hard tyres. There we go. It's an interesting strategy. Straight onto the hards after only 3-4 laps.
Actually going to take those to the end now.
Eyes them now. All over the back of Spilly. Sometimes Monaco, it's just about applying enough pressure to make the guy in front make a mistake.
And as we saw up and down the field in qualifying, it can happen to anyone at any time.
That's right. Not a section of the track you can really make a pass on now, so it's just a matter of being patient.
F1 Amazing is taking his inlet for his pits.
So Amazing is actually into the pits now.
First of the top 4. What move is he going to make?
So are these soft tyres only lasting a short amount of laps, or is they just trying to get? Is he just trying to get out of some traffic?
He's fallen down for over a second before that he could have been preparing for his in-lap.
Or he may have had some issue. Back out of the pits now, he's onto the medium tyres. Interesting. So he goes now all the way down into 14th position. Now still following Spilly.
Closing up.
And of course, what do they have coming up behind them?
This could be very tight. Kaiser's getting close.
He's close enough to make a move on the brakes now. Will he do it?
Can he make it? He's
Spilly makes
cuts.
Good defence down the inside, but not enough for Kaiser, and he gets through. Well done. Spilly goes to fight back.
He's not letting go. He's going on the outside.
Oh, this is
cutting
going to
it
be tight. Spilly makes another move around, takes the position back. Well done to Spilly, never gave up. Kaiser was compromised in his line there and just lost out. Crossy's just received a time penalty. Assuming that's for curb hopping. So
Spilly now pulling himself away. Kaiser's going to watch the back of Plebs on him.
Plebs has managed to catch his way up to this pack.
Banana Josh has taken a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no, that's pretty harsh.
That is a hard day at the office for him.
Plebs surveying the situation. Oh jeez, that was close. Locks up under brakes. Almost found himself really having a good inspection of Kaiser's gearbox there.
Kaiser, on
has
the other
managed-
hand, is closing in tight on
looks
Spilly
like
again.
Sorry, there, Braden Fructose seems to have an issue there. He's fallen 3 positions down to 11th. Plevs, he dropped right back off the back of Kaiser there, so he's obviously had an issue as well. Meanwhile, Kaiser trying to chase back to Spilly.
Kaiser keeps this distance. He might have a chance coming into the chicane.
Oh, he's locked up again. He'll be wanting another run down to the chicane after the tunnel, I think. He's just got
Plebs
back a
has
little
managed
bit.
to close his own gap as well.
So Plebs has made up that second he lost.
Going back and forth.
The gaps are seesawing everywhere now. So Kaiser may not even have the DRS here. No, he doesn't even have the DRS, so nowhere near close enough. Anyway, Amazing Hour. He's making a pass now on Leprovic.
Nicely done.
As he makes his way back up after his pit stop. We've got Crossy and Suska. Suska seems to have had a bit of an issue there. Anyway, Plebs has made his way past Kaizen as Kaizen's pitted.
Up the front, 40's closing in on Todster. They have been neck and tail, head on tail for most of the race.
So this, of course, is your top three. Still keeping each other in their sights. They haven't let anyone go. And funnily enough, the more these guys battle, the more likely it is that Amazing Hour can actually undercut them by the time these guys do their pit stop. It depends how much drama Amazing Hour... Oh, jeez, 40. Getting all sorts of crossed up out of the exit there. It just depends on how much traffic and how much drama Amazing Hour has getting through the traffic. And speaking of Amazing Hour, he's up into 9th now.
He's closing in quite quick and putting in some solid times.
Clev's still all over the back of Spilly now after Kaiser took his pit stop. Deep under brakes, right up on the gearbox.
Not giving him a moment to breathe. Make sure that every centimetre of that rear view mirror is filled with his car.
Sometimes at a track like Monaco, it's just about being patient, picking your spot, and waiting till you get to your spot on the track to make the move. Has a look for the dive, but thinks better of it. He'd be wanting to set up for the braking area in the chicane.
Set up quite well for it.
He's close.
See what he can do.
Oh, he's got a wheel spin out of the exit there.
Is that going to cost
back
him?
10.
May well have.
So he looks like he's going to have to do it all again.
Todster's just the first of the top three to go in the pits.
Second place man into the pits now.
See if Amazing Hours move has paid dividends. One of the hards is
Hard
Todster.
tyres for Todster. Where does he come out? Back on track in 7th position now.
Position.
So importantly, he stays ahead of Amazing Hour.
Time to see what 40 and James can do. 40 has fallen. It's now 2 seconds behind James.
Now Todster is right behind these two. And I imagine, even though they're harder compound, they're fresher tyres. So he might be starting to pressure these two as well, because they are racing for position.
We're about to see a very interesting chicane.
Much better exit there from Plebs.
Some very hungry drivers.
Oh, but Spilly's gone totally wide there.
He exact sort of opportunity you were talking
And even
about.
Tots has gotten through. Spilly's all over the shop now. And amazing how he seems to be getting caught up. It's amazing how it's damage to his wing. He does.
Oh no!
Could that have been just from that contact just then? I think it might have been.
Seems so.
There's a bit of contact there with Spilly. But we all know damaged front wings don't really seem to hamper Amazing Hour too much.
Aerodynamics has never mattered in F1 anyway.
Oh, such a great exit out of turn one. He's just taking him up the hill there, just like he was standing still.
Amazing Hour.
So Amazing Hour sets up for Plebs, who's made his way back up the 4th spot now,
James is
but yet to take a pit
James
stop.
has taken his pit and wound up into 3rd.
So, Style and LJB are top 2, but yet to pit. The first pitter has been James, and he remains in 3rd position.
Both Style and LJB certainly in the danger zone. Amazing Hour is taking out him and the players side by side through the chicane.
Here we go.
Who will blink?
I think, yeah, let's just let him go there a little bit. He knows he's on worn tyres, so there's no point trying to fight too hard. You've got someone coming up as fast as Amazing Hour was.
Those must be considering whether it's his turn to take his stop now.
On this lap. Clebs now moves up into the top non-pitter, but he does have Todster on his heels. Amazing
Now
Hour
has taken another pit potentially to repair that wing damage.
has pitted again. Has put on the hard tyres, so I dare say that the front wing has had more effect on him than he wanted. He's going to put the hard tyres on.
Leaves James in a very strong position.
Certainly does.
Potentially now a recovery drive for Amazing Hour. Yes, they will.
There's still 27 laps to go, so everything is still to play for. Todster now onto Plevs. Nicely done. A little bit of a wheel bang there, but nothing too drastic. Plevs seems to be struggling a bit now. I just wonder how deep he'd be looking to go into this race. Because he has 40 all over the back of him now.
Close finally calls that he's in the pits.
Plevs into the pits.
What tyres will he take with him to this race?
He goes on to the mediums.
Mediums.
So, can he make these mediums last at the end of the race?
Obviously the soft's not entirely the tyre of choice for a race of this nature.
He comes out of the pits with Kaiser all over the back of him. It's amazing how even after stopping a second time, is down into only down in 10th position, so not that far behind. Knowing his pace, he could still get up there. There's still plenty of laps. And Banan Josh has unfortunately retired from the race, which is a damn shame. Dare say as a result of that massive accident we saw earlier on.
Amazing Hour now on the back of Kaizen.
LJB now looking to take Suskas, and they're going up the main straight side by side.
Not even.
Suskas got a pretty poor exit there. And of course, he is on hard tyres, but he did start the race on these hard tyres, so they're not fresh. He is yet to pit. Currently in 6th position. LJB moves up into 5th. .40 now is Hassel and Todster. Todster, I believe, is on the hards with 40s on the mediums.
Not quite enough behind it.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit closer. man. Just all
You're
about
not like-
picking your spot.
Not letting him breathe. Seems James' strategy has paid very well. He's taking a strong lead in this race.
7 seconds ahead of second spot there. Doing very, very well. Up the hill. Can he make a
Switches
move around the
back.
outside? Oh! Todson's defending left, right.
Oh,
no!
got
There's been contact!
40s.
40's gone spinning.
40's been thrown for a loop.
Todson keeps going.
He's been knocked back. Amazing Hour
Oh
has just
my
taken off
goodness.
Suskas. Suskas appeared to suffer. He's going to the pits.
So Suskas has taken the opportunity to get off those hards. He sees himself falling back.
Plev's just on Leprovic. Leprovic, another one who hasn't completed the stock just yet.
Plev's making his way up. Kaiser as well following. Oh, 40 there got there was a bit of a wheel bang and he lost out, but he kept the car pointing relatively in the right direction, so was able to keep going.
40 they've been knocked into the path of Stylen.
But he lost a couple of seconds.
Oh,
there's
Leprovic's
a
knocked
spin.
into Amazing Hour.
Oh, he's up the wall! Oh my goodness me! What was that? Oh my goodness! Oh dear. That was unbelievable. He was surfing the wall there. Fantastic PlayStation physics at work. And he's got absolutely no front wing, so I don't know.
Severe situation. The stewards may be looking into Leprovic's deletion of the laws of physics.
I don't know how that happened. We saw one spin there.
Spun in front of Amazing Hour. Amazing Hour picked him up, used him as a battering ram down the track.
So I don't know whether he'll be retiring or got a new front wing in place there. So they are changing
Onto the
time,
hard.
putting a new wing on.
New wing. Hard break for Amazing Hour, who was on the warpath up the grid, and now
So he's still in 8th spot there, he's still not too far off. Must have been a bit of a glitch, bit of lag involved, as he seems to come off unscathed. Spilly and Zippy at it. Spilly trying to make his way back through. Lev's up in the 6th spot now. A fair 10 seconds behind.
F1 Amazing
Oh,
Hour.
Amazing Hour stopped as he crashed.
Is that it?
Oh my goodness, this is a turn up for the
The
books.
debris on the track.
Oh my goodness me. And he watches all the cars go by. I think he is
Completely
done.
helpless. Is that his stuck
Well,
the tight
just-
track of Monaco?
Didn't get to see that. I believe Amazing Hour is done.
An incredible display of a 22-point turn by an F1 car.
And he
That's
passed
the
the
end of
car,
it.
and that's him for the race. Well, he definitely won't be with. So for the first time this season, we'll be having a different race winner. This is a turn up for the books. I mean, it's not going to do much harm to his championship, but seriously, this is a bit of a development. And it just
Exciting
goes to
opportunity
show
for everyone else.
Suskas goes so deep there.
Zeffy into the pits once more.
I'm not quite sure what happened to Amazing Hour there. He just caught the very tail
Debris
end of
laid
it.
on the track. He must have.
He definitely obviously hit the wall quite hard. So as you can see, Tyson back into the pits for another stop.
Fordy's staying on the back of Todster. Potentially he's pulled it back together after the disastrous problems that he encountered before.
Oh, and Andre tries to make a pass around the outside of Post, but it does not work, and he goes into the wall at turn 1. I don't know if he sustained any damage.
that way.
And he definitely did clear out the wall there. Yeah, definitely looks like there'll be some damage to his front wing.
Oh,
The left end plate, front end plate is definitely missing. See how much that affects him, if any. Meanwhile, James has taken off. He's 9 seconds ahead now.
practically taking a vacation drive around Monaco, seeing the sights.
Taking a tour. They're doing very, very well at the moment.
Very strong. It's good strategy, good qualifying, and it's paying for him right now.
We are only halfway through this race, and we have lost 2 people, Banana Josh and your championship leader, Amazing Hour. 2 separate incidents. Todster in second, he's closely followed by 40. He wants that second position. Let's follow 40 now as he tries to run down Todster. Again, 40 is on these medium tyres, Todster is on the hard, so theoretically Todster's tyres should last longer, but
Seeing Todster's defence.
he should still have a bit more grip. Lap car gets out of the road there. He seems to have a nice tighter line.
Right on fire.
Oh, big
Todster.
wheel spin from Todster. This is 40's chance.
Got enough.
Gaining on him. Oh, crashes against the wall. Dear oh dear, bit of aero wash there maybe. Just sort of understeered him out wide.
He's just not deterred 40.
Todster took a bit of a liberal line through that chicane there. And 40 into the pits.
Potentially having sustained damage from that collision with the wall. Potentially.
It's very possible as well.
Really going in. He's going in with another set
And
of
there's a new front wing for 40.
new front wing and the hard tyres.
Off he goes. So that whack into the wall definitely did not help him.
Maybe for some laps now Todster can potentially breathe a sigh of relief.
So Todster in second. Keeps second.
Clear air ahead of him, a bit of clear air behind.
So nearly 4 seconds back to Stylen in third. Everyone has completed at least 1 pit stop, some 2. But it is possible these people who are on the medium tyres currently may have to stop again. Meanwhile, further down the field, we have Fructose and Suskas.
Suskas has kept bitten onto the back of Fructose for quite some time now. You can see it, Suskas is hungry, looking for any opportunity he can get.
So Andre and Zeppi are the last 2 runners currently in the pits. How long can these medium tyres last for? There's still a good distance to go. They were put on a while ago, so closes up on the brakes there. The car in front just gets a better exit. It's able to extend out the gap a little bit more. far from these two that are going at it. Suskas right up the back, up the hill.
Suskas closing in again.
So that damaged front wing doesn't seem to be affecting Fructose too much. Suskas, sorry, he needs to be right up there to make any sort of move.
Fructose got a strong exit out of the corner, able to keep Suskas down for another lap.
That track characteristic we have at Monaco. It's just so hard to follow and so hard to get any sort of move done. It's all about applying the pressure. Suskas actually looks like he may... Well, he's had to move out of the way for James there, his teammate. Blue flag's shown, so James now moving up to lap 10th spot. There they go, Fructose has to move out of the road. Nicely done. Allow Suskas back up there. After he had to get out of the way.
Suskas not letting himself be deterred. Every time he slips back, he's right back on the tail again. But as you said, you practically have to be touching the car ahead to get any chance of passing him.
James had an absolutely fantastic run. He's extending his lead as well now after 12 seconds back to Todster. Stylen down in third in 4 seconds further back.
You fancy we'll see any more pit stops remaining in this race?
Well, we've got about 14 laps remaining. It's very, very possible. I don't know how long these medium tyres are due to last. And,
the softs are any indication?
Could there be a second stop onto some softs for the end of the race? I don't know. I'm not too sure what their allocations are like, but... Oh, Suskas there. Just been given a time penalty for cutting the corner, getting right up onto the concrete curb there of the hairpin. Wouldn't think it could be able to turn that tightly, but certainly did. He's given himself a penalty for doing so, so that won't that won't help him at all come the final standings.
Rough moments for Suskas. Even if he gets past Fructose now, he needs to build that 3-second gap.
And looks like he's definitely into the pits, definitely in.
Serving the penalty for
he hit the wall on the entrance of the pits, so that definitely didn't help either. Not sure they serve penalty now. They've got a front wing coming as well. Oh my goodness.
Come in with the softs.
This is very interesting. He's put the soft tyres on and there's still 13 laps remaining.
So that's the real test of how far these soft tyres can go. Can that carry them to the end?
Meanwhile, we have 40 back on a charge. He's now only 1.1 seconds behind Plevs in the 5th spot. Already on relatively fresh hard tyres compared to Plevs mediums.
He's also going to make the most out of his second pit stop after what potentially was bringing him in the wall through the tunnel. Reaches that tunnel one more time, it looks like he's going to make one close.
He's going to make a move. Oh, we've got a spinner there. This is one of the back markers.
Here to be Saska. Potentially.
So how much longer can Plevs stay out? Or will he pit again, or will he stay out? Can he make these mediums last at the end of the race? I don't think he's going to find any increased pace for sure.
The question is, how well can he defend?
After 40, he does have a bit of a decent gap to Crossy. Cross 40 still has to get past yet. Job isn't done.
Let's get an excellent exit out of the corner. Oh, something.
Spike there.
Lost 40.
Oh no, 40's been disconnected. Oh no. Well, that takes the pressure off Plevs as 40 has a technical issue.
40 has been...
And looks like he'll be gone as well. Dear oh dear, 40 was doing so well as well. He was catching and pressuring Plevs. I dare say he eventually would have got past him.
Yeah. Plevs must be counting his blessings right now as 40.
So I believe the AA or something takes over that car. I don't know.
40 is rejoining the session.
I'm not too sure what happens there, but someone more averse with the game can let us know. As we know in other games, the car just disappears completely when you get disconnected.
PS4 will remain on track, and looks like he might have been taken over again.
Right.
But at any rate, Plevs must be breathing a sigh of relief right now. Absolutely all over him until that disconnection. PS40's got back in control of his car again. There.
So the other Toro Rosso there of Leprovic. Lots of spinners at that chicane so far.
Chicane is...
So LGB gets a time penalty as well, so this is going to be interesting come the final results because everyone seems to be getting some sort of penalty.
That puts him squarely within the sights of Plevs. 3-second time penalty would just be enough to get Plevs up a spot.
And Koyami has his own, Kozen has his own issue coming into the chicane. And he wasn't that far behind Spilly actually at the time, so he seems to get up there but can't quite get past.
That chicane has been an absolute minefield this race. Judging from his position on track, it might have even taken out our championship leader. Suskas looking to recover after also spinning out the chicane shortly after coming out of his pit stop.
The race leader, James, just stomping away here. Leprovic also with a time penalty. James 14, over 14 seconds back to Todster, so he's doing fantastically well. Managing his tyres, managing the pace.
This has been an incredible display by him. Pole position, led the whole race without so much as a peep of an issue from the looks of it.
James also holding the fastest lap at this point in time, 1:12.4.
Also holding the oldest medium tyres. gets those tyres to the end, he'll have done more than 3/4 of the race on those medium tyres.
James has lapped everyone up to position 8, including position 8, so that's just brilliant driving, and he's not that far behind, lapping another one as well.
As you said, Monaco is a circuit of opportunists, and he has taken every opportunity that has been given to him.
Field now sort of spread out, a few gaps developing.
Plevs, though, he's not letting that penalty on LJB. He wants the spot.
With 8 laps remaining, I dare say we'll see these guys go to the end of the race. They're on roughly equally aged tyres, these two, so they'll be fighting it out to the end, that's for sure.
Considering his time penalty, will LJB be too inclined to fight?
May not be aware of it yet, but
Looks at those standings, he might get a slight shock. Of course, even in virtual F1, we like a good on-track battle. Now closing the distance.
gets around there tighter than LJB. Be careful not to get his own time penalty crossing those curbs.
Time penalty on Plebs could put him in the sights of 40.
We are on strict track limits setting here. Plebs just biding his time, looking for that right opportunity. Just applying a bit of pressure here and there, make him sweat a little bit.
That pressure, 6 laps to go. In this background, 40 bit by bit chipping away at Plebs. Seems to have recovered from his out-of-body experience. On younger hard tyres, he may well have his own chance.
43.3 seconds behind this two. Let's see if he makes up any time.
Zeffy in the pits once more.
That is our computer for 40, I believe, isn't it?
Zeffy going on to the softs. Maybe looking to see what he can gain in this last stretch of the race.
Again, I'm not too sure what happens with the disconnection, so I'm not too sure if that's 40 back in there driving or not, because the gap seems definitely closed.
My understanding is that 40 was teleported out of the car and his soul was held in purgatory until he reconnected to the server. Please tell us what you saw in the afterlife, 40. I would like to know. But now 40 on a tear now, has taken almost a second out of Plebs in the last lap.
So this is very interesting.
It's that little bit of extra motivation for Plebs. 40 on the tail, that little extra bit of concern for LJB. Another spot of his is in the danger zone.
So Plebs might have thought his fight to keep his position was over, but it doesn't look like that's the case. He's still fighting with LJB to move up one spot. Still not quite close enough to make a move. You've got to be within a tenth or two as you go through the tunnel. Here comes 40 1 second behind.
And he is on the warpath.
He is donking through right now.
He is looking to avenge every second that he lost.
These two battling away has let him in, back in. Plebs now.
Plebs.
Goes down the inside.
Can he lock
Around
in?
Casino.
LJB hanging in there.
Nicely done. A
Plebs.
nice move there. And he'd be looking to scamper away as quickly as possible because he can see that McLaren coming up behind
For all we know,
LJB.
that was all the motivation he needed. You see 40 in your rearview mirror on a warpath like that, you want to get as far away as possible.
LJB can't concentrate on getting that position back there. He's got to concentrate on actually keeping the position. 40 now for a dive.
Who's going to break? Oh, there's a
Oh, he's going to go around
clip.
the outside. There's contact. Gets the move done.
40 not taking no for an answer. And now,
With 3 laps remaining, what can happen here? I believe these medium tyres are struggling.
40's hards 8 laps younger than Pleb's mediums. If our times have been any indication, that puts 40 at a great advantage.
I dare say these mediums have fallen off a bit of a cliff because even the gap for the leader has decreased a few seconds back to second spot. He's on old medium tyres as well, so whereas the second place car is on the hards. It's only by a second or two, but not too much. But anyway, we concentrate on this battle here. Can Plebs hold on for 4th? There's the one.
Tight.
There's only probably, let's see, we've got 2 laps remaining and maybe 2 passing opportunities per lap.
Plebs may have had a chance to breathe for a few laps, but this is going to be white knuckle for him to the end of the race.
He's just got to place the car in the right spot. Just manage any wheel spin. Don't get the wheel spin out of the exit so it gets maximum speed down the straight. 40 has DRS. Plebs moves over. Nicely done there. Keeps him behind. Well placed. Oh, could there be a move down to go around the outside?
Considering the outside, it's
Oh,
not
there's a
the
lock
best
up.
corner for it.
Not quite.
He's practically nose to rear on Plebs. Bodes poorly for him coming through the tunnel.
He's close. He's close enough. Not quite.
It's only 2 laps, but these might be the hardest 2 laps of Pleb's season so far. Track position might be important at Monaco, but tyres are their own matter. Can't ignore the age.
Oh, there's a bit of a lock up from Plebs.
It's locked in tight.
He's just suffering grip-wise here. Let's run on board with 40 for the final lap.
His last chance.
See what can be done. Stays ahead there. Really, possibly 1, maybe 2 spots he could launch an attack. It's all about this exit now.
Oh,
Oh,
Plebs, you can see the age on those tyres.
good exit though, good exit. 40 hit the wall there just before turning. It cost him some time. Meanwhile, your race winner is James. We missed these exits. Oh, is this the last race? No, it's not.
It has been an absolutely brilliant race for James.
We are on lap 39 and 39. This is the last lap. Coming up, I believe.
As you can see in Play's rear view mirror,
Got some traffic up here.
that might be all Plebs needs to lock himself in safely. 40 mate.
40
on
right on
tight.
the. This is the last lap, so we were a lap ahead of ourselves. He's going to try and launch one down the inside.
Oh,
You
he's-
know, oh my
he's
goodness!
risking it all.
Oh, the winged wheel there. Plays with traffic and get
40
down the
is
road.
throwing
Oh my
everything
goodness!
he's got,
Oh dear!
leaving it all on the track. If there is an opening, 40 is diving into it.
Traffic trying to get out of the way, and they almost took 40 out there.
Strong exit by 40.
Okay, this is probably about the best exit he's had.
This is the best chance he's going to get. He is
What's he going to do? He's going to go down. Plebs places the car right in the middle of the track there. Perfect positioning, so 40 couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't go inside, he couldn't go outside. James has crossed the line. I'm sorry we didn't show him crossing the line, but this battle is just too good.
The last corner. This is 40!
Final
He's
corner.
diving in!
Oh, second to
Plebs
last one, I should
shuts the
say.
door.
Well done by Plebs. Fantastic defending there.
Plebs managed to keep him
Wow.
at bay.
What a fantastic final few laps there from Plebs and 40.
An incredible effort by 40.
Fantastic defending them by Plebs on these tyres. I'm sorry we didn't show the guys finishing the race up the front there, but that
having a
battle
s-
was not one we wanted to leave.
From having a soul kick to the Shadow Realm to being right on the back of Plebs. 40 fought hard, but Plebs, using the tight streets of Monaco and the power of his car, was able to block him off just long enough.
Well, there we go. That race had it all. We had the shock of losing our championship leader roughly halfway through the race to an incident. We're not too sure whether it was by himself or there was some other car involved. Quite a few cars had damage and extra pit stops.
That Monaco chicane claimed many scalps this race. Yes.
Again, well done to your pole sitter and race winner, James.
James came in with a plan and he executed it perfectly. Strong strategy, strong race. There was no one anything could do to stop him.
So not even... So James takes the win, followed by Todster and Stylen is your final podium position there after starting 5th on the grid. Then Plevs 40 finishes in 5th after a 2-stopper race, and LJB Plevs, after his shocking start there, dropping way back down the order, but got all the way back up to 4, so fantastic recovery drive from him. And LJB, of course, in 6th. Crossy, Andre, Spilly and Kaizen manages to finish in 10th. So there we go, folks. That is round 6 for the Pacific Series, Tier 1. So we'll be back again, I suppose, next week. Thank you, Braden, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And I dare say I'll be here next week along with Ben again as we do round 7. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, this is Disturbo from RaceOnOz.com, and we shall see you next week.